Yeah, really good to be here. Month when after the first leg or first round for the Premier League, Arsenal has done. It's difficult to think we were here in that moment. So it's a really important game because we can get points and our biggest opponent this season cannot get it. But focus what you have to do. We play 2 times this season in the past as well, but especially two times this season and FA Cup, I think so, and it was a really tight games and really difficult. It's really important, not decisive, because there's still many tough games for both sides. We have more games to play, but we cannot deny how important it is.
What?
The club that takes decisions what belief had to take when this kind of transfers happen is because the 3 parts are agree. It's not about just one part. The players are agree the most important thing. The club want to sell, the club want to buy, so they are agree. So the club take decisions before you ask the question, and that is the risk. So they are happy, we are happy. So at the end, we don't have any I would say complaints about Gabriel and Alex, what they have done for this club and in the last years.
How would you stop a player like Erling Haaland?
What he has shown in his career, not here, is difficult to can imagine. But I think as a team, to be involved as less as possible. So, yeah, So when we play against him when he was in Borussia Dortmund, is try to have 70-80% of ball possession to don't be involved as much as possible. As much we have the ball, we have more chances. But the game we're going to play tomorrow will be, I guess, a game like a lot of transitions and a lot of duels, because they plan to play a game and so aggressive, almost man-to-man all around the pitch, and that's why the only man free is the keeper. So that's why the way you do the process is difficult. The perfection doesn't exist in football, so you cannot be perfect and win the game. So we know, like it happened against Bayern Munich, and would happen in the future against top teams. Your standard has to be so high, because they demand the way they play and the way they have done so far against us or other teams. They demand to be really good. Is read exactly what you have to do to try to to impose our game. No, I never believe about the training conditions. People, when we lose a game, the first target or the first argument is said, because physicality is not good, the team is not good physicality. That is bullshit. It's many things is involved in a football game, and of course, I said 2 weeks ago. Now both teams, I talk of myself. Sorry for us. My team. We arrive at the end of the season that we know if we lose games, that the situation will be over. And that's why when you live in this type of situation, then September, October, November, you cannot have that feeling, because especially when you make back-to-back championship, because when we make the year our first Premier League, when we do the 100 points, we start the season like every game is a final, every game is a final, every game is a final. And I remember perfectly that feeling from outside Arsenal had this season from the beginning, how a game is a final. When we start this season, first game, second game, third game, after back-to-back Premier Leagues, it's not a final. Now, in the last 2 months, we had that feeling, FA Cup, Champions League, and Premier League, that is the truth, because we see the end real close, and now we know exactly what we are playing for. So it's many months to arrive in this part of the decisive of the league, to have the chance in our hands. Of course, they have the chance in their hands too, because if they win, they will be it will depend on them. The destiny will be in their hands. But if you win, definitely the destiny will be in our hands, and we win this opportunity for tomorrow, for the 7 games left that still we have.